And we're back, everyone. Barbers, cosmetologists, skincare people, nail technicians, hopefully some instructors, directors, school owners, because it's everybody. The holidays are here. Thanksgiving just passed, Christmas, New Year's, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all coming up. It's hard to study. I went to school. It's hard to study at the best of times. It's really hard to study during the holiday season. You have work, school, study, a lot of you have children. The problem is studying is the one that gets put to the side. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later tonight. It never gets done. Okay? And then one day you find yourself sitting in front of the computer screen, and the computer screen wants to know A, B, C, or D. It doesn't care how busy you were or how much money you spent on Christmas or how many parties you went to. A, B, C, or D. And you know, a lot of times, answer D will say all of the above, or sometimes none of the above. What it never says is, I don't know, or I think. You can't be thinking on the day of your test. You should be thinking now. You know, the man who was widely heralded as the founder of modern-day India, Gandhi, famously said, your future depends upon what you do today. Okay? You need to prepare today for the best Christmas present there is, which would be your license. When they hand you your license the day before Christmas, you're never going to forget that present. Okay? Here's the problem with this situation. In years past, the test was usually about definitions. They would ask you, which of the following definitions best explains sterilization, disinfection, sanitation? They're not doing that so much anymore. I didn't say they're not doing it at all. I said they're not doing it so much anymore. The test is always evolving, and it's evolving into more of a scenario-based. This is because more and more states simply cannot afford to do the hands-on practical anymore. So now they're asking you questions. What do you do if this happens? What do you do when that happens? And if your teachers are not teaching you this way, that explains why people in your school are not passing the test. The passing rates across the country are anywhere maybe 65%. That means roughly at least 1 of every 3 people is going to fail their test. That's a lot of people. Look around your schoolroom. There's 30 people, 10 of you are going to fail the test statistically. Don't be one of those 10. We have all the information for your test. You know, we always ask our students to come back and speak to the class. What was on the test? Because nobody knows better what was on the test this morning than someone who took the test this morning. Not the smartest teacher in the world. The person who just walked out of the exam room knows the best what's on the test. We have hundreds of those every week. They call us on the phone. They use our material. They send us emails, text messages. These are the questions. We get them from people sitting in their cars, okay, they walked out of the test. They've got their license in their hand and they're texting us questions on the test. We have like 100 best friends every week. We've shared this information with you. That's why we do these videos. We have our website, www.cosmetologystateboardexam.com. You can visit it. There's free practice tests. You can buy all the questions and answers on the test. You're pretty much guaranteed to pass all your money back. And let's face it, if we had to refund a lot of money, we'd be out of business. So we got about a 99.5% pass rate with our study materials. If that's not enough for you, give us a call. We do private duty tutoring. Barber, cosmetology, esthetician, nail technology. Excellent instructors, very reasonable prices. Everyone can afford it. It's a lot cheaper to pay for a private tutor for a few sessions than to fail your test. It will cost you more in the long run to keep failing. Now, I said earlier, the state board examination is moving to a more scenario-based questions, like what do you do if, or what do you do when, as opposed to the old definitions. I'm just going to throw out a couple of things right here. Okay? In your book, it talks about a thing called AHP. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and say nobody knows what AHP stands for. Okay? It's been in this book for 15 years. It's been in this book for 5 years. I speak at schools all the time. I ask about AHP, and the instructors get this blank expression on their face. And they look up at the ceiling because everyone knows all answers are on the ceiling. They must be because we all do it. Yep, there it is, right up there, AHP. It's in your book. If you have a cosmetology book, it is on page 87. If you have a Barber book, it's on page 74. AHP. You know where else it is? It's on everyone's test in the last 3 months. Guaranteed. AHP. Because I'm a really nice guy and it's Christmas and I feel generous because I got lots of children and grandchildren, I'm going to tell you, AHP stands for Accelerated Hydrogen Peroxide. It is used to disinfect implements. See how smart you've gotten already? For free. Here's another question they'd like to ask you about. What type of disinfectant tray do you need to clean your implements? They don't care what kind of tray you think. They know what kind of tray they believe you need. And I'm going to tell you, if you're a cosmetologist, look on page 89. If you're a barber, look on page 77. This question is going to be on your test. Now, I'm going to let you go right here. Simply, I'm going to close this by saying the questions are getting longer. Definition questions, the question was short, but the definitions would be long. Now you've got a situation where the question rambles on for 3 or 4 sentences, most of which are irrelevant to the answer. I could say to you, you're a school bus driver. You stop at street A and pick up 10 children. Stop at street B, pick up 10 more children. Stop at street C and let off 8 children. What color is the bus? It's called the call of the question. Make sure you don't get bogged down in irrelevant nonsense they're telling you. What are they really asking you in this question? And this is where we come in. We have the questions and answers available for you on our website, very reasonably priced. We also have expert instructors, barber, cosmetology, esthetician, nail technology. They will tutor you privately. It's your new best friend. If your teacher knew this, you'd be passing your test. So those of you who haven't passed your test, there's the proof your teacher didn't know these things. Our instructors do. They will walk you through real, true test question scenarios, help you figure out what are they really asking you, what is the answer, what page in your book can you find this on. So give us a call, 760-534-4434. We have telephone personnel who can speak to you in both English and Spanish, 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. every day. And give yourself the best Christmas present of all, your license. Thank you and good luck.